Hello, today we're going to speak about many important things. We call them rules of engagement on eBay. There are many things you have to take into account to make your business on eBay profitable. It's analytics, it's knowing the rules, it's the logistics, the service, what products are better for your store and how to diversify them. All these topics we're going to discuss. eBay plays an important role in jewelry e-commerce. With no doubt, eBay is one of the most important online channels for jewelry, selling $10 million in 2014 of jewelry and diamonds. It's really a place worth to be. So how we create eBay business, how we maintain it correctly, and what mistakes to avoid. This is what we want to describe. First, we want to define the work on eBay into 3 parameters: your products, your service, and your logistics. Basically, these 3 points are relevant to any channel you work on. But before all this, we have to remember that we play on eBay. So let's play by eBay rules. First, we suggest to play by rules. I wouldn't like anyone to experience this situation when working for a year or 2, your store is being closed because you're doing something that violates eBay policy. We're talking business, long-term business, and this means respect the marketplace that hosts you. It also means stay updated. eBay is not a system that doesn't change. The changes occur every few months, so it's very important to stay updated, and also it can save a lot of money. There are many promotions that eBay do to encourage sellers to sell more, so it will be very important that you are registered to the newsletters, to the eBay business newsletters, to know when there is some promotion and you can have 2,000 listings for free. For example, it can change the whole situation. Now, except of this, there are many general recommendations that can help to run your store better. There are many general recommendations about working on eBay correctly. Here are some of them. Getting a top-rated status. There is a lot of explanation how to get there, and it's really worth it. Having an eBay store subscription, it can save a lot especially once you have many items and start to sell. Testing different eBay product templates to make sure that you're showcasing your product correctly to your audience. Offering promotions. eBay is very strong with promotions, and so are the buyers. They're trying to find better deals, so it's very important to offer all kinds of promotions, for example, sales, best offers, and so on. eBay is still a seasonal marketplace, and the traffic during the sales seasons is increasing very significantly, so use it. We at Valigara here prepare the Christmas titles and Valentine titles somewhere in September and October, and it can change the whole situation, how you adapt yourself, how fast and how good you adapt yourself to the trends and to the seasons. Very simple and magical thing that can change your store is purchasing items at the beginning of your store, because you will see that your store, your feedback rate rises, because the number that appears near your username basically shows the buying and selling actions together. So from 0 feedback account, you can become 500 feedback, just visually 500 feedbacks account, and it plays an important role in the traffic creation and in conversion of the clients. There are many small tips that work well on eBay. With that, let's divide them into topics. Let's start with your products. One thing to consider when you start your business on eBay would be starting from the low competition categories. So instead of, for example, instead of putting your jewelry into wedding rings, you can put it into fine rings and get into the category where you will compete with less experienced sellers and with much less competition. Of course, the number one thing for jewelry is very good pictures. Pictures and, of course, videos. We recommend to create as many pictures as possible, and both the promotional videos and also items on the body. By doing this, you will both increase your chance to sell and also lower your returns rate. Next thing is pricing. Pricing is not an easy thing in jewelry, but also it creates a lot of place for a good play. So, for example, price correctly so that you can accept 10 or 20% of best offers. It will increase your sales significantly. Sometimes we find sellers who concentrate on one category only. From our experience, it doesn't work well on eBay. We recommend to create variation of product in different jewelry categories. So it wouldn't be correct to have only diamond engagement rings. Together with your rings, even if you specialize in diamond engagement rings, we strongly recommend that you have also several earrings, a bracelet, necklaces, and so on. It plays well both with clients and also with eBay best match algorithm. For the desired categories, if you concentrate on a specific category, try creating quick selling items. We have a special video explaining what are the quick sellers, but basically these are items that are sold very quickly, once a day or once in a few days. By doing this, eBay will understand that your items in this category, the items in your store in this specific category, are good. And by placing quick sellers in specific categories, you will get much more traffic. All of your items, both the quick sellers of course, but also your target products. It's extremely important to fill all the eBay item specifics. Now please take in account a very important thing. The carat weight of your gemstone can be called differently in different eBay categories. In one place it can be called carat weight, in other place it can be called total carat weight. And make sure that you're putting the information about the carat weight of your gemstone in the right place. In addition, make sure that you fill all the recommended fields by eBay. How you can find them? When you're in your eBay category view, you will see on the left side the list with all the parameters, showing basically what are the most relevant parameters for eBay in this specific category. And of course, these parameters are different between different categories. eBay titles, well, this is a very important theme. Your eBay titles are not only for buyers, but also for eBay search algorithm, eBay best match algorithm. So the important thing would be, first of all, make it seasonable. And of course, second, maybe most important, make it relevant. Put as many search keywords as possible into your title. Now, how can I find the relevant keywords for my item? View the sold items listings on eBay. Start typing sterling silver ring and see what comes in the autocomplete of eBay when you search things. By this, you will be able to understand what are the relevant titles, what are the relevant keywords. Put them both into titles. Make sure that this information appears also in the item specifics, and also it will be even better if it appears in the description too, because at the end, after all the search algorithms of eBay, after all the best match algorithms of eBay, there are buyers, there are real people who want to know that they are buying the right product. Ability to add additional models, additional products to your store is very important. Both eBay and both your clients understand that the real business lives and evolves and changes. Also, eBay makes sure that if the same items appear on the marketplace for years and are never sold, probably these items are bad, and eBay starts to punish, eBay search algorithm starts to punish these items. So it's important to add new models, new products to your store, and make sure that the same items do not get stuck on eBay for years without being sold. So, of course, if these items are sold successfully, they can leave and they can bring a lot of traffic into your web store, into your eBay store. Imagine yourself, your client, he has thousands of items he has to check, and during a very short time to make sure that this is the correct item. Which means we have to create trust very quickly and to make our buyer feel confident in buying from us. Especially for the fine jewelry, certifications like GIA certificate or all types of Gemological Institute's certification for your gemstone can make a good work. Even if you can provide your own certification as a jeweler, it will also add to your conversions. When we speak on success on selling on eBay, and not only on eBay, on any marketplace, we speak about two different parameters. First, we have to create more traffic to increase sales, traffic in our web store, also on eBay. And the second, to rise the conversion, to make more people who visit, from those people who visit our store and view our items, make them buy. So this is the conversion idea. And to increase your conversion, it's very important to use also eBay tools like variations. Imagine your client who has to view maybe 500 and maybe 1000 items before he buys his engagement ring. In fashion jewelry, of course, there are less views, but still, once this buyer, potential buyer, sees something relevant, we have to do our best to lead him to the right version of the same product. For example, if I am a buyer and I find some model that I like, but I am looking it in a rose gold and I have found it in a yellow gold. So what we recommend is to create variations, not too many variations, but several variations of the same item with the eBay variations algorithm to increase the chances that the buyer will find the right price, the right variation of the product inside the same product page. Now, it's a very important thing that many clients, many buyers on eBay today buy from mobile. This is why we do not recommend creating 20 variations, 20 price variations, 20 color variations, because it's simply not useful when buying from a mobile. Normally it should be something between 3 to 10 variations depending on your product. Next stage of your sale is logistics. Next element. Logistics plays tremendous role, because when having such a great variety of good products on eBay, the next stage of the choice is when I will get this item, how I will get this item. Am I sure that this item, which might cost also thousands of dollars, will arrive quickly, insured, and will be no problems with this. So from the logistic way, first of all, eBay allows providing 2 different shipping methods, and it's very important to use them both. One, preferably one free and one expedited. Maybe there are 2 expedited, but one is for 1-day handling, and the next one and 3-day shipping, and the next one is 24 days or 8 days shipping. But this also increases your service to the client. It both helps your potential buyer to make the most appropriate choice, and also once you have 1-day handling and insured tracked shipping method, it boosts the listing in best match algorithm. Now, 1-day handling, of course, cannot be created for all items, but it's important to understand that the promotion is being done not only for each separate item, but also for the whole store. So if there will be even some part of items that have 1-day handling and they will be sold better, it will also increase the traffic and boost all other listings. Now, the returns terms, we strongly recommend not to lower it below 30 days, 60 days, even better, because what we actually want to show, and as we already spoke, eBay loves these measurable parameters, measurable for comparing different stores and different listings. If we provide longer returns, eBay says, okay, we provide more confidence to our buyers, so he will get our listings up in the air. And another thing that we very much suggest is check if you are able to supply your jewelry, to send your jewelry to each country that you state in your eBay listing. Because in the jewelry, the legislation, the limitations from the legal side are very strict in some countries, make sure that you will be able to send to each country that appears in your eBay listings, to avoid situations when you will have to apologize, and this doesn't always finish so positive. Another and very important point in the logistics is the fulfillment. Logistics is super important for international sales. Imagine your client sitting in United States and having his potential seller somewhere in Europe, in some country that he doesn't even know where this country is on the map. So this potential buyer has some fear of knowing nothing about this seller. So once you put your items close to the buyer, he feels more confident. He says, okay, I know where this item will arrive to me. And naturally it increases, and significantly it increases your selling rates. So the moment you're ready, we very strongly suggest to use fulfillment centers to target specific countries. If you know that you're targeting United States, United Kingdom and Australia, make sure that your items are as close as possible to your buyers. This in jewelry, it is not possible for all the jewelry, because large part of the jewelry is being created only after order, but for the quick sellers, it's a must-do thing. Next point is service. Again, we are talking about jewelry, not about selling electronics. So you have to prepare to communication. Your client has no way to know what he's going to buy, only from what you write in your listing and how you communicate with them. So unlike selling electronics, sometimes we have 8 and 16 messages that we have to answer before the deal is done. Of course, with more expensive items, cheaper items do not take such a large service, but it actually means that you have to be on a quickly accessible to your clients. Use eBay application on your smartphone to view messages, or some integrated messages system in the multi-channel systems that you use. But answer quickly, because the client, the potential buyer, once he has a need, as we say, jewelry is an emotional purchase. So there is a very specific need for the purchase right now. And once it happens, your potential buyer gets into contact with many, sometimes 10 different sellers. And once you respond quickly, you have much higher chances to close the deal. Additional things that sometimes we see that the sellers forget is staying in touch after you send your jewelry. Even after you are done and the jewelry has been sent, this is not the end of the deal for your buyer. He still has not received the item. So it's very important to keep in touch with him, to make sure that he received the item. And if there is some problem, you have actually the ability to be proactive and not reactive. And it looks absolutely different if you contact the client and ask if there are some problems. In this situation, you still have all the credits and get all the bonuses from being proactive with the client, even if there is some problem with the shipment. And of course, probably in everything you do, the most important secret of your success is to analyze. Working blind doesn't work. Now, eBay provides you a huge amount of information. Unlike in selling in your web store, you have a lot of successful businesses working on eBay successfully in your niche for many years. So it's very important you analyze not only your performance, but performance of your competitors. Sometimes it's better to learn from the mistakes of the others and not from yours. You can save a lot of efforts and money by working, by taking good strategies from your competitors. There are very good tools inside eBay. You can simply search and analyze the sold listings in your category. Analyze it. Therapy, other tools give you a lot of data to be smart enough to progress well on the marketplace. Now, of course, when you analyze, your analysis will be better when you target your buyer. Targeting buyer can be by the country, by the specific price range, by the period, by the occasion, and by the gender. All this can be done, and once you know who your potential buyer is, it will work much better. Now, analyze what are your best performing categories. Is it better to put the ring in the men's ring or in the engagement ring? In some cases, men's ring will work better, even for men's ring, and sometimes it's better to put the same ring also in the engagement ring category. Compare formats. For different price ranges, buy it now format will work better with best offer. For some other, auctions might work well. In any case, we strongly encourage to create some combination of the two. Very rarely we see sellers who use only one and make the best of their products and their abilities. And another thing, again, use the GTC format for your quick sellers. Quick sellers, basically, if in the lifetime of one listing, the item can be sold once or more. For example, you put the item for 30 days and it was sold. It's already a good chance, if you have many items like this, to put this item on the GTC, good till cancel format. Which means this item, every 30 days, it will aggregate some positive history. And in opposite, if you see that some items are not sold for 5 or 6 lifetimes on eBay, it's better not to release them, but stop them and sell them as similar item, because they accumulate some negative history. It's very important to analyze days of the week and hours in a day when to start your listing and finish your listings. So for example, from a common sense, Saturday in summer in United States works worse than in the winter because people travel more. So you have to analyze every aspect of your work and from each one you can gain not one, not two, but sometimes tens and hundreds of percent in your success rate. So be smart and it will do the job. Now, last thing, eBay is not one day show. It takes time to work on eBay. On the other hand, it's one of the biggest marketplaces with the most established traffic you can monetize. I hope this video was helpful. Please comment, ask questions. We will be glad to share from our experience. And most important, have a good eBay